We are hearing from one of Bill Cosby's most prominent accusers in the wake of a blockbuster court document that's just come to light, showing that Cosby seemingly admitted to buying drugs, intending to give them to young women with whom he wanted to have sex. Now even one of his biggest offenders is changing her tune, and here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
From model Beverly Johnson, one of the more than 24 women who have accused comedian Bill Cosby of sexually assaulting or drugging them, the news of Cosby's seeming admission is a relief.
I am very happy for the women. I see that a lot of them are relieved and feel vindicated and validated, and that's good. Perhaps, maybe, we can now all start a healing process.
Last night, a sealed court document was made public, stating the embattled comedian said yes when asked under oath if he purchased Quaaludes, prescription sedatives, to give to young women he wanted to have sex with. A lawyer asks him, "You gave them to other people?" Cosby answers yes. The lawyer follows up. When you got the Quaaludes, was it in your mind that you were going to use these Quaaludes for young women that you wanted to have sex with? Again, Cosby answers yes. The seeming admission exposed after a judge agreed to release a plaintiff's motion that quotes Cosby's deposition from a 2005 case brought against him by Andrea Constant, a former employee of Temple University, Cosby's alma mater, accusing him of sexually assaulting her in his Pennsylvania home. Cosby settled the Constant case in 2006 for an undisclosed amount, but a source close to Cosby told ABC News the only reason Mr. Cosby settled was because it would have been embarrassing in those days to put all those women on the stand, and his family had no clue. That would have been very hurtful.
Yes.
Good to see you. 2 months ago, I sat down with Bill Cosby for an exclusive interview. He refused to address the allegations directly.
It's interesting. This is a situation that's unprecedented. My family, my friends, I have been in this business 52 years, and I've never seen anything like this. And reality is the situation. And I can't speak.
Still, the testimony has refueled the court of public opinion.
You know, you need the proof, and then I'll be able to give my judgment here or there.
Right. And I think that now that Quaaludes to women to have sex,
and now
know
that real facts.
But in America, still, I know it's a shock, but you actually were innocent until proven guilty.
Musician Jill Scott, who's repeatedly defended Cosby, took to Twitter to change her stance, tweeting, "Proof will always matter more than public opinion. The sworn testimony is proof." Completely disgusted. As one of the first successful African-American models, Beverly Johnson became a household name after being featured on more than 500 magazine covers. She was the first African-American woman to grace the cover of Vogue back in 1974. But as she transitioned to acting, Beverly Johnson met Bill Cosby, who she claims drugged her in the 80s when she auditioned for a role on The Cosby Show.
I was invited down to the studio, and then Bill Cosby asked me to meet at his brownstone to go over the role.
In her memoir, The Face That Changed It All, an entire chapter has been devoted to her alleged encounter with Cosby. She shared her story with Nightline last year.
And I took a couple of sips of the cappuccino, and then the second sip, I knew I had been drugged. I feel very lucky that I wasn't raped. And I don't think I was raped, but I don't know how I got home. I don't know how I got upstairs. I was devastated. I was disappointed. It was almost like a family member had betrayed me. It was such a huge sense of betrayal for me.
A barrage of women have recounted similar stories over the years, accusing America's favorite dad of drugging or assaulting them.
There was a time that I was at dinner at his brownstone, and I had one glass of wine, and the next thing I knew, I was slumped over the toilet throwing up. I was sick, I was confused, I was foggy. I had really no idea what was happening.
The next thing I remember, I was on the couch and he was removing my underwear.
But he had no right to do that.
Cosby's legal team has issued a number of denials to these allegations, and Cosby has never been criminally charged. Instead, the subject of a media firestorm.
If you feel that the media has been fair.
Let's leave that alone.
Okay, all right,
because that's a fight.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's yet to be seen just how this newly unearthed document will affect the charges against him, but Beverly Johnson says it's a small victory for her and the other women who allege abuse at the hands of this media titan.
Are you hopeful that this will bring about some charges?
We have a moment where there is some kind of validation in what they've been saying and what we've been saying. The truth always comes to light.
For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New York.